channel. My name is Savannah Liddell, and if you're returning, then welcome back, fam. Stop what you're doing, hit the subscribe button, that way you're part of the family. And then the most important thing that you need to do is ring that bell, that way you never miss another video from me, okay? Because you don't want to miss what's coming up. So follow me on Instagram. I created a new Instagram, so we're slowly growing back. But my new Instagram's name is Vanna Liddell, so make sure you're following me there. So today's video is just, I'm living for it. I've been waiting to do this video for so long. Right when I saw Euphoria, I was like, I have to recreate some of these looks. And I feel like Maddy had the most fire looks. I feel like Maddy's looks inspired everybody. All the looks were amazing, but Maddy's were just like, yes, with all the rhinestones. I already had a bunch of rhinestones, so I was like, yes, I get to put these to use. If you are into Euphoria looks, Euphoria vibes, and you're living for this look, then stay tuned for this Maddy Perez makeup tutorial. Skin is all prepped. I'm gonna go ahead and use my damp Real Technique sponge and then my Becca foundation. And I'm gonna put just a little, we're going full coverage, girl, so I'm gonna do a couple of pumps and we're gonna start blending everything out. Oh, a little breakout right there, that's nice. What Euphoria character was your favorite character? For me, I would say Rue is my favorite. Like, Rue is everything. I actually took a quiz that it was silly, but there was this quiz on Instagram and it was like, which Euphoria character are you? And I got Rue. I'll link it below in case you want to take it for fun. I really liked Maddy too, just her like badass attitude, but then she also has like a soft spot for Nate when it comes to him. She kind of gets weak around him. But the show is just really good. I really love all the characters, honestly. But I would say Rue and probably Maddy and Fez, my favorite. My coworker told me to look up the makeup artists for Euphoria. I think there were 2 of them. There may have been more. But I followed 2 of them and they post the different looks that each character had and they describe like why they did their makeup that way, which is really cool. So that's another cool thing that I think you should look up. Definitely follow the makeup artists. And I'm really excited. Like, I can't wait to see like what kind of looks they come up with for next season. And I know they're gonna come with the looks because this has turned into like a big thing. Like, everyone's wearing jewels now, like not jewels, rhinestones. Like, that's a trend now. And the funny thing is, before I even saw Euphoria, I had bought like a ton of rhinestones for just different other creative looks I wanted to do in the past and just never really used them. And now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put these bad boys to use. And a lot of people have asked me where, like, I've been wearing them to work and stuff, and some people have thought, like, I was wearing some up here and people thought that they were piercings because they were like really dainty, and people legit were like, is that a piercing? And I'm like, no. But people have been asking like where to get the rhinestones. Just go to your craft store. I go to Michael's and literally they have them there. Maddy has this like pretty pink eyeshadow look. I just created something similar to that, not exact. And I used 2 different palettes to use to create the look that I did. So the first thing I used was the Huda Beauty Nude palette, which is here. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna use Teddy as my transition shade, and I'm just gonna use my Morphe M532 brush. I guess we can keep talking. I'm really bad at talking and doing my makeup, but I wanna like really talk to you guys a little bit more. Talk about how Euphoria made you feel. For me, I'm gonna be completely honest, like it did trigger me a little bit. Like, I can't even lie. I feel like you have to be careful with it, and they even warned, they warned before the series started that like it can definitely trigger you, and if you're easily triggered you might not want to watch it because it's very raw and it's just honest. And but that's what I love about the show. It's not one of those like cheesy like high school shows, which some of them I like, but like I think we're tired of seeing that, and I think it's really good to showcase something that's realistic, that like not only teenagers, but like just young people go through, like the struggles. And I've never been like addicted to anything or like had to go to rehab, but like I've been through things in my life, and I've found times in my life where I was abusing certain things, and I had to pull back and look at myself and be like, yo, are you dealing with your real issues? Are you doing this to mask the pain or the emotions that you're feeling? It also talks about anxiety, it talks about depression, and like those feelings kind of came back, like anxiety, not depression, but it does something to you when you're watching, especially if you've gone through things or if you're going through those types of things. So I would just say be careful, especially if you've dealt with things like that. But all in all, I think it's a really good show. I think it has some funny moments, it has some dramatic moments, it has some sad moments. I love that it shares each character's story, and each character has something different, and it's not just about drugs and addiction and sex, even that, but it's a little bit more. Like with Cassie, I rewatched it a second time, all the episodes, and I caught on to things that I never really noticed before. And like for instance, Cassie, like her relationship with men, like stems from, I think, her dad leaving her. She's still looking for that love that she lost with her dad, with him just like kind of abandoning them. And then she's fully aware that her mom's an alcoholic. Her mom always has a glass of wine in every scene that she's in, and she just looks drunk and just kind of like, I'm just here coping through life. And but at the same time, it's like, you know, she's a good mother, because when Cassie gets pregnant, and I'm so sorry if you guys haven't watched this, like you might not want to watch this video because I'm telling everything. When Cassie gets pregnant, and the one person that she goes to is her mom, and that's how that kind of told me, like, her mom may be an alcoholic, she may be these things, but at the end of the day, she's there for her girls, and she's someone that they can still come to for certain things. So that kind of made me happy. There's just so much. And y'all, another thing I noticed, let me keep working while I talk. So the next thing I'm going to go into is the James Charles palette. I am going to use this pink shade right here. It's like super duper pink, and I'm going to put it in my crease. This is the Morphe M573 brush. I'm just going to use this hot pink shade, get the pink vibes going. I'm just going to put this in my crease. But one thing I noticed when I went back and watched the show is, I think it's on the first or second episode, where it pans out like at the end and you see a picture of Nate's family, and you realize that's Nate's dad who Jules was with. I just realized there's another little boy in that picture. Like, it's Nate, his older brother, and then there's a little boy, which is, I'm assuming, is their brother, which is crazy. So I'm like, there's so many unanswered questions. So season 2 is gonna be so good. I feel like they're gonna address that. Why did I forget her name? Ugh. Oh my god, it's Rue's old friend from back when they were young, and they hang out still a little bit. I forgot her name, I'm so sorry. But she's gonna get a storyline, and I think that she likes Rue. That's my prediction, that she has a crush on Rue. That's another thing I picked up on. I didn't really notice it, but she has a crush on Rue, y'all. I just feel like that's gonna come out in season 2. Now, with nothing on this brush, I'm gonna go back in with this M532 brush, and I'm just gonna blend out any harsh lines or edges. Okay, so now on the lids, I'm gonna go into the Huda Beauty Nude Palette, and I'm gonna use Daydream, which is right here. I'm just gonna put that all over the lid, and I'm gonna use my Morphe M124 brush. I don't know why I just said it, like 124 brush. And then now I'm gonna go ahead and conceal, and I'm gonna use my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is in the shade Deep Good. Also gonna do some highlighting. Oops. Okay, now to set everything, I'm gonna use my Kylie powder. This is the setting powder. It's loose and I just dropped my phone. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do some eyeliner. Looking back at the picture, she didn't have on any like actual wing liner. It looks like they winged out the eyeshadow. But I want to put some black eyeliner on instead, so this is what I'm gonna do. And so I like to just pull here a little bit and then just start my eyeliner. Okay, y'all, so I'm done with my eyeliner. Now I'm gonna use some lashes. Today I'm gonna be using these Kiss blowout lashes. This is in the style Chignon. So today I'm going to be using this NYX matte bronzer in the shade Deep Tan, I'm sorry. To warm up my skin. This. I'm a little messy with this, but I always go back with my sponge and just go over it, so that way if there's any harsh lines or I'm looking crazy, I can blend it out. So now for blush, I'm gonna use this NYX Sweet Cheeks blush. This is in the shade Citrine Rose. I really love this blush. It kind of has a little bit of sparkle in it, so it's like a blush and a highlight, and it's so pigmented and I just love it. Yes, and I'm using the same brush. Yes, living for this. So I kind of use it as a highlight too, but we are still gonna use highlight. Argue with me, okay? Tell me that blush doesn't make a difference. Okay, now I'm getting a little crazy. Might start looking like a clown. Then I do the same thing, go back over it with my sponge. And then now I'm gonna go in with the Ombrizi highlight from Anastasia. I love this highlight. I don't know if they still sell it, but if they do, you need to get you some. And I'm gonna use the Morphe M510 brush to put this on my cheekbones. And I just like to, I really like it on the high points, like just bam, right there. Bring it up here too. So look, okay? I really love this Morphe brush. It's the M506 brush, and it's really good for inner corner highlights, like highlighting in little tiny spots. So I'm gonna go back in with this highlight and highlight my nose. Just the tip of it, bam. A little bit up here. Oh, not too much now. Underneath, brow bone. Just like that. And then right in the inner corner to add a little pop, 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 bam, bam. Living for this. Inner corner highlight just brings it all together. Yes. Oh, I forgot up here. Did I? I can't remember. Okay, so for the lips, I'm gonna go in with this NYX lip liner. I love NYX lip liners. They are one of the best drugstore lip liners in my opinion. This is in the shade Fuchsia. And then I'm gonna go in after with this clear gloss. It's from Essence. It's like $2 and it is called Shine 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 Wet Look Lip Gloss, and it is in the shade, well, it's not a shade, it's clear. It's called Behind the Scenes. You know what? I think I actually used the lip liner Vintage with this and not this one, but I don't know. I think I want it. So this is a Vintage. It looks like this. It's a little darker. Not a little, it's a lot darker. And I'm just gonna go over it, and it does make a difference. Like, this is my go-to lip liner. Wow. There we go. We're getting there. We're almost there. Now this is the fun part. So I got these jewels from, or these rhinestones from Michael's, I'm pretty sure. I really like this one because it has different size. I really like the tiny ones. I think they're the best because they're like dainty and they look really cute. But I think I ran out of a lot of those, so it's hard for me to find. Another thing you're gonna need is some kind of adhesive, and I just used Kiss Strip Lash Glue, and this is the clear one. I think it's easier to dot where you're gonna put the little rhinestone and then put the rhinestone attached, because before what I was doing was putting my glue on the rhinestone and then trying to pick it up with my tweezer, and then my tweezers would get sticky, and then it was just a hot mess. So that's just a little piece of advice, so that way you don't waste time. I had two down here, like right beneath her brow, like here and here. So we're gonna start there. And I'll show y'all the first, like putting on the first jewel, and then after that we'll just zoom through this because this can get kind of boring. I glue, and I'm gonna wipe off most of the product because you don't want too much. And I'm just gonna put it right here, right at the start of my brow. And I'm kind of holding my hand so it doesn't shake and mess everything up. So we're gonna, can y'all see? Oh, I need to make sure y'all see me and then I can see as well. So I'm gonna do it about right here. One of the little jewels with my tweezers, right here. And we're just gonna place it there. Whoa, oh, okay. I thought we were, but you know, this guy had other plans. Oh no, stay on there. Here we go. And it doesn't have to be perfect, so don't like beat yourself up. Y'all, it's makeup, it should be fun. And the cool thing about the Euphoria looks is, to me, I feel like the cool thing about them is that they're really artistic and like colorful and just beautiful, but they're kind of like abstract looks. Like, they're not perfect. Like, Maddy's face wasn't beat to the gods, you know? It was just, it was beautiful, but it was also natural in a way. Yeah, y'all get the point. So let's speed this through, and then I'll show you guys the final look. But when you're putting them on the under eye, it can look a little bit like too much. So I feel like the even smaller ones would be perfect, but I don't have them, so I'm just working with what I have. But if you do decide to recreate this look or even start wearing little rhinestones underneath, I think the smaller dainty ones are gonna be, they're just gonna look a little bit better, but that's just my opinion. That's the only thing I wish I could change about this, but I'm loving it so far, so let me hurry up and finish.